Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about jokes. So first, I will ask you to watch the video I attached in Moodle and answer this. Did you understand the jokes in the video? Pause the video while you work on this and then come back. Okay, great. Now we're going to share this during our class. Now, do you know any jokes in English? Look at this one. I asked my new girlfriend what sort of book she's interested in. She said, checkbooks. Now, if you know any jokes in English, great. Just try to have them ready before class. If you don't know any, please Google at least two so we can share. Pause the video while you work on this. Okay, guys, excellent. Now, I want you to please unscramble the 6 sentences I have here. For example, in the first one we have things, so, why, nationalities, different, at, different, do, laugh. So, of course, we know that we need to start with the word so because that one has a capital letter. What's the rest? I don't know. Pause the video while you work on this. Okay, guys, it is time to check. Let's see. Number one. So, why do different nationalities laugh at different things? Two. Some writers, for example, Oscar Wilde, are famous for their wit. Three. Many nationalities enjoy puns, in particular the French. Four. Then, what is universal about humor? And five. Americans love slapstick. Europeans find it hilarious too. Six. Slapstick leaves me cold. In other words, I don't find it in the least amusing. Okay, guys, so if you see here, we're talking about jokes and puns. They are a type of jokes where you play with the meaning of the words. So you're using words that sound very similar but have completely different meanings. And slapstick is a type of joke that is based on comedy and it's more about laughing about silly things. So, if you see things, the words I have here circled, so, for example, in particular, then, to, in other words, they are called discourse markers. And basically, what they do is they help us connect ideas. So, the first thing we're going to do is go to the workbook page 17. Here, we're going to match the discourse markers that have similar meanings. We have letter A, for example, and the word say has a very similar meaning. Now, continue matching the rest. Pause the video, please. Okay, excellent. Now let's go ahead and check. For example, letter B, 2. The answer would be number 1, in addition. C, strictly speaking. To be accurate. D, that is to say. In other words. E, in particular, particularly. F, including. Such as. G, similarly. Likewise. H, on the other hand. By contrast. Excellent, guys. Very good. Okay, now I want you to please look at these sentences. What is the difference in each pair? Let's think about the first one. Some nationalities, such as the Mexicans, find this joke absolutely slight splitting. 2. Some nationalities, namely the Mexicans, find this joke absolutely side splitting. What is the difference between these? So, if you notice in the first one, that we have such as Mexicans, we're saying like, for example, the Mexicans, but we're talking about a very large group of nationalities. Whereas in the second sentence, namely the Mexicans, we're saying specifically the Mexicans, no other nationality. So in one, we're using the Mexicans as an example. However, there are more. In the second sentence, we're saying that there's only one, specifically the Mexicans, right? Now go ahead and do the other two. Please pause the video to work on this. Okay, now let's go ahead and check. The professor could be regarded as eccentric, or at least slightly weird. So, if he is not eccentric, minimum, he is weird. He's strange. 2. The professor could be regarded as slightly weird, not to say eccentric. So, he is weird and eccentric. So both. Then, letter C. Canadians find this hilarious. Americans, by contrast, simply do not see the joke. In this case, I'm saying that it's completely opposite, right? They don't think the same. Number 2. Canadians find this hilarious. Americans, likewise, are vastly amused by it. And in the second sentence, I'm saying that Americans find it funny too. Okay? They think very similarly to the Canadian people. So if you see, depending on the discourse marker that we use, what we're expressing. Like I mentioned before, they help us connect ideas, but their meaning can change a lot. So let's go to the student book page 47, exercise 4. Here, what we're going to do is to underline the best discourse marker to complete the sentences. Let's see letter A. I find puns, jokes involving a play on words, very amusing. In this case, should we use particularly, that is to say, or such as? In this case, we're going to choose that is to say because we are explaining what puns are. I find puns, that is to say, jokes involving a play on words, very amusing. Now, please pause the video while you work on the rest. Okay, great. We're going to check this in class. Now, before you continue, think about this. Are any of these statements true for you? Please write a check if you agree with the sentences. If you don't agree, just write a little X so we can share in class. Now let's continue. Let's go to workbook page 17, exercise number 5. Here, we need to complete the sentences with the discourse markers in the boxes. For example, letter A says, I love reading autobiographies, particularly those of historical figures, so especially this type. Let's see letter B. I really love books that keep you guessing right up to the end. Stories that have a sudden and totally unexpected ending. In this case, we're going to be using likewise. Why? Because it's similar. Now pause the video to work on the rest. Okay? Great, guys. So we're going to check this during our class, okay? I will see you then. Just look at this little joke I have here. What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Okay, guys, I will see you in class. Bye bye.